Hey everybody, this is Maria, la Realtor. I'm here today with my friend Gustavo Loli from New American Funding, and I'm going to ask him the most common questions that buyers ask me today when we are looking to purchase a home. If you want to know more about it, let's watch the video. Hey everybody, Maria with Gustavo. Gustavo, where are you originally from?
From Brazil. Maria.
Brazil. Say hi in Portuguese.
Olá, como está? Tudo bem?
Excellent. So the question number one will be this. How have you seen the difference on borrowers before pandemic and today's day?
So with the pandemic, what we're finding out, we're having a lot of out-of-state buyers, people that are coming in from up north that found out that they don't have to be in the office from 9 to 5. They can work remotely from wherever they are. All they need is a computer and a Zoom application or Skype. So therefore, it's creating a lot of demand in our local market from people that are buying out of state. And therefore, the inventory is a little bit low right now. And that's why we see a high demand in prices and prices going up.
So do you think there is a combination of low inventory and more people getting pre-approved or pre-qualified to purchase a home here in Florida?
I think it's just a matter of the demand is being so high from out-of-state buyers just coming into the market and just wanting to buy and purchase a second home or investment property because of the pandemic.
Okay. And do you think that it's more difficult or harder to get pre-approved now to purchase a home than before the pandemic?
So the guidelines haven't changed. The only thing that has changed is the interest rates continue to be all-time low, even though they have been going up slightly. Fed said that they're not going to raise the interest rates until 2023, so we should be fine. But yes, all the guidelines still remain the same. Everything, is still 100% as it was before the pandemic.
Good. So you mentioned the interest rate being the lowest in history, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people say, well, my credit score right now is 600 or 700 or 800. And people normally say, how much do you think that I can get for interest rate? Mm-hmm. So can you tell me like an average of somebody that has 600 credit score right now, what the interest rate will be?
So yes, interest rates do fluctuate on a daily basis, but it depends, as you know, as it's credit driven and also on the loan program. I just closed one today. The gentleman had, mid 600, 3.250. It's still quite low, 30-year fixed. FHA, first time home buyers program, so still continues to be pretty low.
So if it's about 800 credit score,
we'll definitely get a better rate. It'll be in the lower threes, 3.1, maybe a little bit less. Yeah. Okay.
And can they buy an interest a point to lower the interest rate at any credit score average? Let's say, for example, let me make this clear and easier. If somebody has a 100 credit score and somebody has a 600 credit score, are they both able to buy interest points if they can?
Correct. It's going to be, obviously, the better credit score you have, the cheaper it's going to be the loan because the risk is less for the bank. But we do offer that. Every time we do lock the rate and New American Funding, what we do offer is the rate sheet that we send out to the borrowers, and it will have that date when we do lock the rate sheet. And if they do wish to purchase down any points, all we charge is $1,419 to do their loan. That's if they're buying a $10,000 mobile home or a $10 million mansion. That's what we charge for them. But obviously they do have the option if they want to purchase down any points and get a better interest rate, and we do offer them when it's time to lock the rate.
Nice. So people, in order for them to lock the interest rate when they're going to buy a home, do they have to always pay, or they can just lock it once with zero cost, and then if they want to do another change, they have to pay? How does it work?
So once we lock it, it's locked. It's locked for that day, but we can always go back, and if they want to go back on that day on that rate lock, they can actually go up and down, but it's going to be locked for that specific day. There's a 15-day rate lock, there's a 30-day rate lock, 45-day rate lock, and a 60-day rate lock. We usually like to do it on the 15-day because it's the least expensive for the borrower. Try to save as much money as we can when they're purchasing.
Any idea how much would it cost to lock the interest rate, or it will depend?
It will depend. We have a 1% if they want to lock down. They'll get a lower interest rate, 2% or even 3% sometimes. And a lot of times what we do is if we get a higher interest rate, if they do opt to get a little bit higher, they can actually get money back at closing. So we actually credit them back at closing if they do have a little bit higher interest rate. And that's also something that we do offer when we're doing the rate lock as well.
Excellent. First-time home buyers. Is there any program right now, even though with the market as competitive as it is, there is any government help, any down payment assistance, any program that you guys in New American Funding use?
Yes, we actually have a few new down payment assistance programs that we do offer. One of them being through FHA, Chinoa, which they do finance the 3.5% down payment that they would have to do. That is financeable. We can use that as well. We also have the Florida Bond Program, which they help up to $7,500 towards their down payment. And obviously USDA is 100% financing if it's in a rural area. That's the one I highly recommend because there's no extra fees to that. All we have to do is go to USDA.gov, and as long as they consider it a rural area, we definitely can get them approved.
Awesome. What are the requirements right now? Somebody say, Maria, I want to buy a house, and then they talk to you, and what are the requirements to be able to purchase a home these days?
So the three things that we do offer right off the bat that we do verify is income, credit, and assets. Income, we just need your last 2 W-2s or 1099s for the past 2 most recent years. Application, we can do it over the phone, or I can send an email link. It's very easy, very self-explanatory. We do everything by twos. It's going to ask you for your name, date of birth, where you lived the last 2 years, or where you worked the last 2 years. I can do that either on the email, or I can give them a call over the phone, or if they want to meet face-to-face, we can accommodate whichever way is best, and 2 months bank statement showing the assets for the down payment or any closing costs that they have.
Excellent. And how much money do they need to purchase a home? Because before the pandemic, we were able to ask the sellers, hey, can you help us to, partially or full closing costs? But these days, sellers are not giving any money whatsoever because they are in 99% of the time in multiple offer situations. So how much money on average do they need?
It just depends on what loan program they're using, and obviously the loan amount that they're going to be purchasing the home for. The purchase price is going to vary, but I would say anywhere, $8,000 should be a rough guesstimate, a little bit more or less if you're looking at an average property here in Central Florida, around $280,000.
If we do a percentage of the purchase price, what would it be? Closing costs and down payment, and I'm sorry?
Yeah, if they're going to be doing down payment assistance, so obviously no down payment, closing cost is going to vary anywhere from $6,000 all the way up to $12,000, just depends on the loan amount.
Excellent. One of the things that I have done with you guys in the past is when I have clients that have done conventional loan with 20% down, and they were able to waive the appraisal.
We do that. So once we put all their information in, we have this product called, it's through Fannie and Freddie Desktop Underwriter. It's a software that we plug in all their information and we run what's called DU. And then they will give us if there's an appraisal waiver, and we can actually waive that right up front. So that way it'll save the client money, $495 usually the appraisal fee nowadays. So we can actually save the client money if we do get that waiver.
Yeah, not only that, but it probably put the buyer in a better position in the competition with other buyers because they're waiving the right to the appraisal. I mean, if you're really in love with the home, you have the opportunity, right? You waive and you get the house.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Any advice for the buyers that are out there right now looking to purchase a home, or somebody that is thinking about purchasing a home? What is the first step, and what advice would you give them?
Contact your local realtor, in this case, Maria.
Free advertising.
Yes. So contact your realtor, get in touch with a local lender, someone that's actually going to pre-approve you, not just check your credit report and give you out a pre-qualification. They're going to verify your income, your credit, assets. You don't want to have any hiccups throughout the process, spending your time on the weekend, inspection money, escrow money, appraisal fees, if any, and then just to find out that you weren't even pre-approved for the property to begin with. So just make sure you get that pre-approval before you start going out looking at houses and see exactly how much you're pre-approved for.
Nice. Anything else that I didn't ask you, that I should have asked, that I didn't ask, that you want to share with the people that is watching us?
So right now if there was ever a perfect time to purchase a home, I think this would be it. Interest rates continue to be at all-time low. Our pricing, Central Florida prices are actually very attractive compared to around the country that we're seeing. So if there is a perfect time to buy, this would be it. I definitely think that you guys, should just get the ball rolling. And even if you're not pre-approved today, one of the things that we do offer at New American Funding, Maria, as you know, is no one's ever denied. So even if your credit is not at par, even if you don't have all the money in your bank account, we can actually put you in a credit simulator. We're not a credit repair company by any means, but we do offer this tool that does help a lot of buyers to get to what they need to be in order for their credit score to improve. And that's something we offer free of charge to every borrower. So we send that worksheet out to you. Once you do the worksheet, we're actually able to do a rescore. It's really fast. It takes 2 to 3 business days for us to get a rescore, and we're able to get you qualified and into the mortgage and the house that you really, dream of and want.
Nice. I always tell my clients when we meet the first time, listen, the worst scenario will be we are not ready to buy right now, but we will be ready in 2 years, right? Because in 2 years, if you don't have a job right now, or if you have a very bad credit score, or if you went out of short sale and it's going to be the 2 years. I mean, the 2 years is the worst scenario, but we can always work in the plan, because in a blink of an eye, you didn't do nothing today, didn't do nothing in a year, 2 years pass, and you're still renting and wasting your money, right?
Correct. Yes, at least we have a game plan. So instead of just wondering how much you're pre-approved for and what you need to do in order for us to get there, now we have a game plan. We know what you need to pay off, credit cards that you need to pay down, if there's any outstanding collections that we need to take care of. So now we have a game plan, we have price points, we have everything that we need to do in order for us to move forward. And sometimes it can take actually a lot less, Maria. I've seen some cases, we can do it in less than 30 days and get them pre-approved. We just need to know what we need to do in order for us to go forward. And at least it gives us a game plan when we sit down and do the pre-approval process, even if you're not pre-approved today.
Nice. So if people want to contact you because they're thinking about buying a home and they want to get ready, where they can contact you?
My cell phone number is 954-552-9668. You can always give me a call on my cell phone. I'm available just about every day. Or they can send me an email, gustavo.loli@nafinc.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
much. Guys,
much.
I'll see you next week in another episode of Kissimmee, Florida Real Estate.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maria.